For this video, we're going to be looking at the graphs of circles. So earlier this year, we've done the graphs of quadratic functions, and last year you did the graphs of certain quadrilaterals like squares and parallelograms and proving that they were squares and parallelograms, and this time it's time to talk about the graphs of circles. So in red and underlined, you will see that you have a formula for finding the equation of a circle. That's x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared, where hk is the center coordinate of the circle and r is the radius. So underneath that we have two circles. I have one on the left and one on the right, and you can see that they have different center coordinates. So looking at the left, you'll see that our coordinate for the center of the circle is 0, 0. That means that our HK is 0, 0. So HK is 0, 0. So we're going to plug that into the formula along with our radius. So to find out how much our radius is, we're going to count using the graph how many units our radius is from the center. So, because you know the radius goes from the center to the outside edge. So I'm going to do that using the blue. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my radius is 6. So now I plug in to the formula. Now the minus h and the minus k means that we put in the opposite of the center coordinate. In this case, since our coordinates are 0, it really doesn't matter. It's going to be x minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared equals, and our r is 6, so 6 squared. Now, we really don't need those zeros, so our final answer would be x squared plus y squared equals, and then we simplify the 6 squared to be 36. That is the equation for the graph of this circle. Now, looking at the one on the right, you'll see that this one is different. This one, the origin is not the center. So the first thing that we need to do is figure out what the center coordinate is. So it's at 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So it's 4, comma, 1, 2, 3, 4 up. So 4, comma, 4. Okay, so that means that we have our center coordinate. Now we need to know our radius. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My radius is 5. So R equals 5 and HK equals 4, 4. So now I'm going to plug into the formula at the top of the page. I have X. Now I put in the opposite of the H value. So minus 4 squared plus Y. Again, I put in the opposite of the K value, minus 4 squared equals the radius, which is 5 squared. Now, the only thing that we can simplify here, we do not multiply out what's in the parentheses. We don't mess with that. We only need to simplify the radius. Instead of it being 5 squared, we're just going to write 25. So that is the equations of circles. Now to see a couple of question types you might get, here it says write the equation of a circle with a center at -3, 5 and a radius of 6. So we know that the formula is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So we simply plug in the opposite of each of the centers. So x plus 3, it was -3, so we change it to +3, plus y, it was +5, we change it to -5, equals 6 squared which of course we know that 6 squared is 36. That is your answer. On the next one, given the equation of a circle, x plus 3 squared plus y minus 6 squared equals, let's change that to a 24. Or 25, I'm sorry. Change it to a 25. What are the coordinates of the center and what is the radius? Well, we know that the coordinates of the center are right here. This and this, but it's the opposite of it. So the center, if this is positive 3, the x value of the center is negative 3. If this is negative 6, then it's positive 6. The radius, we know that it's r squared, and we know that r squared is equal to 25. So take the square root, r is equal to 5. So those are the types of questions you might see with circles and graphs. So go complete the questions and make sure you submit them on Google Classroom.